Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be learning how to wash beans. We'll be needing two bowls and one strainer. One should be left dry and the other should have water. Now transfer your beans into your empty bowl. You can use white beans or brown beans and then add little water. You do not want to cover the beans with your water. Now we are just going to rub in the beans with our hands, clean hands, of course. Just rub it in. You're basically trying to create friction and help remove the skin of the beans. That is what we're trying to do here. You can use the technique as though you are washing your clothes with your hands. You can just kind of twist the beans in. You can rub it in with your fingers. Basically, just rub everything together, trying to create that friction that would lead to the removal of the skin. As seen in the video, you're going to continue this process until you notice the skin has started coming off. Before we start washing our beans, we have to first of all pick the beans for stones. Now you don't necessarily have to pick the beans for shaft because by the time you start washing it, as seen in the video, you'll notice that every single shaft will come off, even the skin of the beans as well. So what you need to do is pick the beans for stones basically, and that is even faster than trying to pick the beans for both shaft and stones. But nonetheless, if you have beans that has been infested by weevils, you do not have to throw it away. You can use it. In fact, that is what I used in this video. We had actually gotten a new batch of beans from the market, but of course some corny market people, being themselves, sold to us beans with weevils. We didn't discover this until we got home and opened the bag of the beans and noticed that there were weevils in the beans, so we couldn't throw it away. Obviously, we just preheated them in the oven to kind of kill the weevils with the heat of the oven, and then we transferred them to our freezer to preserve it till whenever we want to make it. So some people even say beans that have been infested with weevils is the best kind to cook as porridge beans, that it's usually sweeter. Well, I do not know about that, but for me, this is just a way of not wasting beans by making akara or moi moi, which would require us to wash the beans like so. So if you notice, even in the water as I'm straining in the video, you can see some weevils. Don't worry about that. Everything strained out, and whatever weevil has been stuck in the beans will just serve as extra protein. Okay, so now back to the video. Once you've washed your beans and you've noticed that the skin has come off to a reasonable extent, pour in clean water to cover the beans. Make sure that the water is enough. This is what is going to help us remove the skin from the beans. And so using your strainer, you're just going to strain out the water and the skin and whatever shaft that goes with it. You may notice that a few pieces of beans are also being removed. These particular ones are the ones that have really been eaten by the beetles and have no weight to even stay in the bowl. So it's okay to let them out. But if you're using really good beans, would not have to worry about this. It would just be the shaft and the skin that would be coming off. So basically what we are going to do is just keep pouring in the water and straining. Now you may notice that I'm using the same water to pour into the beans and strain out the skin. This is because I'm trying to minimize wastage. To be honest, if you do not mind wasting water, then you can just do this in your sink under running tap water. You can do that. But if you do not want to waste water as well, and maybe you just do not want to even walk in your sink area, you can just use this method. Basically, what we are going to do is reuse the water, and then when we have taken out most of the skin and shaft, then we are going to introduce the beans to a new batch of clean water. Okay, just keep watching the video and you would understand what I mean. So you can always go back in and rub the beans together again, because there are some beans that are just stubborn. Some of them will not let go of their skin, to be honest. and it's okay. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. You just want to take out as much as you can. And so what we are doing basically is just to go back in and rub in the beans again to try to release some more skin and shaft, and going to introduce our water to cause the skin to float to the top for easy removal by straining. Don't be scared to use your hands as well to remove any visible clump of shaft or skin, that you may see while washing the beans. You can do that as well, but just continue the process basically until you are satisfied with how washed the beans are. Now that we have removed a reasonable amount of shaft and skin, we're going to be introducing a new bowl of clean water. Now look at the amount of shaft and skin we have removed from our beans. So basically we're just going to repeat the same process until we remove every single shaft and skin. As seen in the video, these are just tinier particles. It's no longer as big and chunky as when we first started. That tells you that you are almost done washing your beans. Like I said earlier, don't be shy to go in with your hands to hand pick any visible skin or any visible shaft that needs to be removed. Maybe the tinier ones that we have settled at the bottom. Once you're done, your washed beans is ready. I'm going to be sharing another video on how I made akara. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your loved ones, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.